Hey guys, again, Love is Dead coming to you with another game of the International. Second game of LGD versus Navi. What we got last game, LGD took it, so Navi's got to come back from two. Got to win 2 games in a row against the undefeated, still undefeated guys. And really, this is the same matchup so far, but nah! Lycan gets through, Nagasarian gets through as well. It's going to be interesting to see if Navi are going to run their anti-mage yet again. They lost it in the last game, but when they put Lycan with anti-mage, they did really, really well. And what they did was they had anti-mage in the top lane. He did really well protecting Lycanthrope, keeping that lane from anyone getting into that lane too much. Dendy did a good job of keeping the entrances blocked off from the mid lane. Lycanthrope was able to farm as well as anti-mage, and they just were able to steamroll through that. I think that's going to be the same strategy that they're going with, sort of like a 2 carry thing. And LGD gonna continue. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Nagasarian, Dragon Knight, Leshrac. That was the combination that came out last game, and was a fantastic combo. These 3 heroes are freaking huge. Nagasarian, Dragon Knight, and Leshrac, able to deal a ton of damage. AoE that can come out from Leshrac, AoE that can come out from Dragon Knight at level 16. Nagasarian, who has those illusions that you have to deal with, all really strong heroes. On Navi's side, they're going to be playing their more traditional role. They're going to have to try to take this one early because they cannot, if they cannot stop Dragon Knight, if they cannot stop Nagasarian, they're really going to have a problem with their team fights. And Lycanthrope, he's just not going to be able to stand against these 3 heroes, even if he does get huge. These 3 heroes are just going to be really, really, really powerful. And he can be focused down on and stun because Nagasarian with that ensnare, Leshrac with the stun up afterwards. And we're going to have to see if LGD are going to go for another aggressive tri-lane on top. It may spell some bad things for them. They are banning out the Venomancer. Pudge hasn't been banned out just yet, but Rubik has been picked up already. Could be played by Light of Heaven or Dendy, but Dendy took it last game, so unless they're going to pick up a Pudge, we'll have to see. Pudge in this lineup may be just too much. He may need too much farm, or he could just farm heroes. I don't know if he could be a 3 in terms of like 3rd down the line for farm, because Havas still doesn't have a hero just yet. I don't know what they're going to run, if they're going to try to pick up anti-mage yet again. Enigma is actually going to be in the jungle as well. So, actually, no, I think Light of Heaven is going to be playing the Enigma in the long lane. Not long lane, in the hard lane. They're going to ban out Shadow Demon. They don't want to give that combination to LGD, allow them to run a really strong tri-lane. Banning out Tidehunter from LGD, giving away Tidehunter ultimate along with Enigma. Be pretty strong. We're going to have to see. They're going to pick Shadow Shaman yet again. So the only difference here really is that Beastmaster was picked up by LGD. Okay, so that is going to be their long lane. Darkseer is banned out this time, so that is a little bit different, so he is not in the pool. Enigma is the only difference here in terms of heroes that was able to get in from game 1 to game 2. A little bit switched up. Shadow Enigma on Navi and Beastmaster picked up by LGD. That is the difference in LGD's lineup. And we're going to have to see what the carry is, if they're going to go for a big carry, if Lycanthrope is going to get the majority of the farm, or if they're going to try to do something else. Chen and Enchantress are both banned out, so they don't have that pushing power that they usually do. Is Puppy going to take lifts? Lycanthrope. Juggernaut is going to be picked up by Havas. This is a strategy they used in another game, although it wasn't with Juggernaut and Lycanthrope, but Havas is going to take the Juggernaut. Tried it. They really am going really for the mid game, and Ancient Empress is going to be picked up by LGD. Havas is going to be in the top lane with Juggernaut. We're going to have and Light of Heaven and be taking the hard lane. Rubik's going to be in the mid lane. Lycanthrope is going to be in the jungle. Shadow Shaman going to be supporting Juggernaut. We're going to have, I think, Dragon Knight going to be solo lane in the mid lane. Zhao is going to be taking his long lane, I don't know, it's going to be, they could put him either way. I don't know if they're going to run a tri-lane here with Nagasari and Lishrak and Ancient Apparition, but I think so. I think Yao is going to go yet again in the mid lane. So both teams, they're not trying to hide what their lanes are going to be. It really looks like Zhao is going to be in the safe lane with Nagasari, Ancient Apparition, and Lishrak up in the top lane for another aggressive tri-lane, trying to go up against Juggernaut. Juggernaut is quite squishy in the early game. Oh, so he's going to have to be careful. I think Navi going to have to be careful with this one. Oh, I think I got things backwards. I forgot that LGD are going to be taking the dire side. Anyway, we have Yao playing on the Dragon Knight. Sylar going to be picked up by the... Sylar going to pick up the Nagasari, and DDC is going to take Lishrak. DD is going to take the Ancient Apparition, and Yao is going to be taken... Oh, he's going to be taking the Beastmaster. Havost taking the Juggernaut. Arsart is going to be taking the Shadow Shaman. And the Light of Heaven is going to be picked up by... Nigga is going to be in the middle lane. We're going to have Dendi in the solo lane. Oh, they're switching things up a bit. Switching it up. Is that going to work out for them? We'll have to see. People love Dendi, man. Look at this. Look at his love for Dendi.
30 seconds.
They think Havost is cute. At least these teams, you know, neither one of them is going to be kicked out by this match. But if Navi lose and then win against IG, they are going to have to face LGD yet again. LGD just unstoppable in this tournament so far. And we're going to have to, it's going to be interesting. Light of Heaven is going to be faced up against Dragon Knight. How is that lane going to work? I mean, the Eidolons are going to have to deal with the Breath of Fire, but the Eidolons, he's going to have a bit of an advantage denying. Yeah, actually, this is I kind of like this. You want to know why? Because Light of Heaven is going to be able to get more denies and deny the farm to Dragon Knight, and that's the only reason he's in this lane at all. So I do like this idea from Navi. Let's see, yeah, denying that. You're going to form up the Eidolons. That's going to give try to push Yao out. They really just need to stop his farm. That's all they need to do, and going to be really powerful denier. With, yes, as you can see, he just has, actually he was able to get the last hit right there, but the denies coming out from Light of Heaven are going to be pretty strong. Anyway, Savas, look at the Beastmasters just sitting up here against Savas, and they really just like, oh, we're going to push the Wild Axis, are you going to go, are you going to go, what are you going to do? And it looks like we have Arsart is in here. In the jungle, we're going to have Havas in the solo lane up in the top, so you know what, I completely screwed this up. I was not able to predict the lanes at all. Actually, I got him close. But Dendi going to be faced up against a tri-lane of Sylar, DD, and DDC. I'm not really sure that's what they expected to happen. It's okay if Rubik doesn't get the farm that he needs. And Beastmaster actually going to have to deal with... how is this going to work out, man? Navi Puppy, he's actually in the aggressive jungle. And... getting farmed there, so he doesn't have to deal with the tri-lane, which has been warded up. They really expected Puppy to take the aggressive, take the safe jungle, but he didn't do that. So it looks like there's going to be a tri-lane on top. That's going to be hard for Beastmaster to deal with. As you can see, he's kind of struggling. He has to commit down to the stopping Arsart from pulling, and Havas actually getting a good amount of farm. Well, actually, not getting a great amount of farm just yet. Nagasari getting a good amount of farm against Dendi in the bottom lane. Things are just different for me right now, so I kind of, my brain is like, well, why are these heroes here? It's just, Beastmaster's just chasing these heroes around the jungle, and Puppy, I think they figured out now, just now they figured out where Puppy is, and he's actually blocking. You can watch him block Zhao, trying to get a good amount of damage up on him. Zhao is actually not backing off from this. Puppy hasn't, he can still pop off yet another one of his wolves. Gonna take the easy camp, doing all right with farm. I think he's actually not been stopped. Now DD is gonna be rotating up here, gonna try to stop Puppy from getting the farm in the aggressive area, and Puppy's not gonna be found out. DD trying to take a little bit of get rid of the camp from him. Puppy, as you can see, Lycanthrope is pretty weak early game, and if he gets caught out now by Zhao, that might be first blood in the middle lane. I don't think anything interesting is really happening, but we might have a first blood here. There's a bunch of heroes coming in here. Shackle up on Zhao, but actually they're going to back themselves off. Just going to be stopping him just a bit. And actually Arsart is looking pretty low on life. Both heroes, if they're able to get off a cold feet. No, if they're not able to do that. Still only level 2 on Ancient Apparition, but hasn't taken a second skill just yet, kind of interestingly. The Ursa just pissing off Navi here. The healing word popped off, and actually that makes for an awesome, awesome build from Havas, because actually able to heal up Puppy when he's in danger, as well as Arsart. They're going to have a decent tri-lane still running up here, and I think LGD are kind of on the back foot. They're like, well, what are we going to do about this? We have to get the healing coming out here from the troll, and giving Arsart a hard time, or not Arsart, DD a hard time. Yeah, he's going to be able to take that. But switching up the lanes right now. Now this is a 2-1-2 setup here from LGD. That is not really what they wanted to run, and the farm is going to be screwed up just a little bit. We have. Well, I don't think it's going to be screwed up that much, but Havas has been taking the lead now in farm. 20 last hits against Nagasarian, but again, a little bit of a problem. What they have is Yao and LGD, or Yao and Sylar both have the farm, and Havas is going to have to deal with that. They don't have the farm up yet on Puppy. Puppy actually getting out. Now he's going back into the safe jungle, so he's rotating around, just making sure he screws up LGD. See, we have Ancient Apparition wasting time up here in the top lane, trying to get rid of pulling, trying to get rid of the heroes inside the jungle. But Navi doing a good job of taking that farm and giving it to Havas, actually. So he's got his Soul Ring finished up. It's going to allow him to spam and give him a good amount of regen at 3 hit points per second. And Havas, Zhao is in the top lane, having a doozy of a time. A bear of a time? Anyways, level 6 now on Yao, and Dendi is not level 6, so he cannot steal the dragon form. And it's just Dragon Knight is able to sustain himself in lane with the dragon blood. And Breath of Fire is maxing that out. Actually, last time he had 2 points in dragon blood, and I think he's just saying, that was, I didn't really need it. I could have done more with the nuke. He's going to go for that build instead. Light of Heaven here rotating out, by the way. I forgot to mention that this has been changed up. Dendi rotating into the mid lane. We have Enigma taking a little bit of the jungle and the solo lane now. And Puppy still, he's got a Singing on his Ring of Basilius. Quelling Blade, not too much gold after that. What is he popping out here? And I think this is not a full, good amount of farm, but not a full Vlad's just yet on him. He's having a good time in his jungles. Rotating this around, just kind of screwing up LGD with the mind games, playing out well for Navi, I think. Kind of throwing LGD off their game. And just making sure that they can't lock down Puppy. It's been a huge part of this battle, and it looks like Sylar are going to be taking the lead in terms of last hits right now. And Enigma is the second person there. But Puppy is going to start accelerating his farm. Once he gets the Vlads, he's going to be pretty much unstoppable inside the jungle. They're going to have to commit a lot in order to kill him, but since he's on the Radiant side, he has 2 safe areas where really he can't be touched. There's no way that Dendi is going to let up this area right here. And DD is actually just trying to support. He's only got level 3. The boss still getting farm inside the jungle. He has level 6, so his Omni Slash is ready. He could decide to go in for a kill on Zhao if he wants to get a solo lane kill. Taking a good amount of damage in this, but he has a salve, so he's going to use that to regen himself back up. And here we go, we got a gank on Dendi. He's taking a lot of damage from this DD as well as Yao. They're going to be able to get the kills. The first blood, that is the end of him. And first blood goes his way, but they do have to back themselves off, so they weren't able to get a tower for it. And Puppy's going to come in just to save the lane. He's getting close to his Vlads, and the Dragon Breath is dealing a lot of damage to the Lycan Wolves. He doesn't really want to lose them too much because he's only got a Ring of Basilius for mana regen, and still needs to be able to get farm. Going to give up the mid lane, and Yao is going to take it. Going to deal. Actually, he's not jumping into the tower just yet. Dendi is now back alive, and going back into the mid lane. Sylar down in the bottom lane. Light of Heaven doing a good job against him. Actually level 7, so not doing too badly. Actually out-leveling both Leshrac and Sylar. Sylar doing a good job of farming though. 47 last hits. Going to go with the power treads so far. And I wonder if they're going to go for the same build, which was the Lincoln Sphere. It seemed to work out well for them, just given survivability. And the damage output really just going to come from Yao if he goes for the build that he did last time. And they're really going to wait till level 16 before they can engage. I'm just trying to get as many levels and experience as I can. Let's check out the XP. Radiant actually getting a good advantage in terms of XP as well as gold. So they're keeping it. Na'Vi is keeping it in their favor this time. They lost definitely the early game, and it's interesting that I think that the thing that set them off was being able to keep the farm, keep LGD guessing in terms of the lanes and making them switch up and kind of throwing off their game. DD actually taking a lot of damage here and hasn't been able to do a whole lot. Looking at 1,000 gold, so I'm not sure what he's going to be purchasing up just yet. And where is he? Puppy has, he still hasn't finished off his Vlads yet. We have up here on the courier. He's actually, yep, now as you can see, the ranks right now, it is Sylar, next is Havost, Enigma, and Puppy in terms of farm. So this spells just a bit of a different early game, and LGD not taking a commanding lead with their kills. They only have one to their name, but again, Na'Vi really need to go for I think they're really going for the mid game. And I really don't think that Juggernaut can withstand against both a farmed Naga Siren as well as a farmed DK. So they're going to have to start getting some kills and to get some aggression. Anyways, we have DDC taking a lot of damage. Dendi coming in here. He has a Breath of Fire, which is able to. So Sylar has to pop out the ultimate in order to save themselves. First using it defensively. Having to use that spell defensively. The tower goes down in the middle lane, so they're starting to take, LGD is starting to take the map control, losing nothing in terms of their towers. There's no damage being happened. Free farm definitely up on Vost, as well as actually they're going to have to TP themselves in to defend against this push. I'm interested to see when Na'Vi are going to start to play aggressively. We have Puppy here, has got his Medallion of Courage before the Vlads. And, perhaps they're going to go for Aegis and then start pushing. But certainly with Lycanthrope they can melt towers, the build that they have going for them. Here they go, they're going to go in. An Ancient Apparition Blast is going to come in, try to push them back, and it's actually going to hit on no one. They're going to say that they know what's happening. We have Havost going in on Xiao right now, popping off his ultimate, going to finish off Xiao. He isn't able to do it, but they do have a snare up on him. Na'Vi looking like they're showing the mid-game team fight ability, and hopefully they're going to be able to transition that into the late game. It looks like LGD have to back off in order to play defensively. Na'Vi does not have a tower for this yet, and they still have an Enigma ultimate ready if they can get to it. He doesn't have either mech, he does have no Blink Dagger, no mech, no BKB, so he has to be careful with his initiation. They're going to go for, continue on the Tower of the Wolves, going to be popped off, and it looks like it's going to be going down. Deny! Holy crap, they're able to get a deny on that, but we have another delay period coming out here from Lost, and the black hole is now popped off. Catches off Yao there. If they kill him, that would be really great, but they're not going to be able to do that. Roar popped off by Beastmaster, and Enigma is going to be going down right here. Havost going up in the top lane, trying to drag the team away. He's definitely going to go down to this, but they're not going to get any more kills beyond that. So I think that was an even trade in terms of kills, but they did lose a tower for it, evening up the tower advantage. Na'Vi still had to commit a lot to that in order to get the tower. And Puppy still needs a little bit better farm. Dragon Knight going to be purchasing up a Drum of Endurance this time, going to make him a little bit faster. And not going for the straight BKB that he did last game. I have to see if he's going to change his build any more than just getting the Drum of Endurance. Make him a little bit more survivable, as well as make him a bit faster. An Ancient Apparition Blast is going to come in. Puppy's probably going to eat it and actually do something to save yourself right there, man. You do not want to go down to that Frostbite. And he's not going to go. But he was kind of low, if you're looking at it. TDC rotating into the middle lane. And let's see how the XP graph. XP graph's still kind of even, a little bit in terms of favor of the Radiant side, but really a gold advantage of 500 is not too much for this. That deny was basically the evening factor. So they're pretty much even. Yeah, going up to the top lane to focus on. They're really just trying to, they do have to kind of play this game of rotating around in order to get the farm that they want. That keeps LGD from being able to push, and they're still doing very well in this game. And the farm has just been rotating around. Now Puppy has been, and it looks like he's taking the lead in terms of last hits. I'm not sure if that means he is in lead in terms of farm. However, I'm going to switch this to net worth, but it just doesn't show exactly. Yeah, see, it doesn't show where the gold is. It is still Dragon Knight and Sylar. It's still Yao and Sylar who have the most farm. That's why I don't like last hits as much as I like net worth. The only problem with net worth is they start rotating stuff around in the courier. It's going to be a little bit different. We do have a smoke up here, and they're going to try to go, and they're going to find themselves Dendi. Do they have the roar up? They do have the roar up. Roar is going to be popped off on Dendi. Going to be hit off with the DDC. Split Earth, that is going to be the end of Dendi, and Voss is going to be caught out here, and he's not going to be able to get away from this. It's going to be a Voss. And he's going to try to TP himself out, which I think he's going to be able to do. There is no stun that can hit through his magic immunity. He gets himself away, while Navi pushing the bottom tower. They're going to try to trade, and I actually don't think they're going to get it. Are they going to be able to get it? Alright, they are going to be able to do a trade. Navi is going to push into the second tower. What does Puppy have as he finished off his Vlads? He has not fought his Vlads just yet. The Shadow Shaman Wards are going to be pushed down. So there's going to be 2 towers down, and they're going to try to hold this off. Perhaps try to get a deny. No, there's no one. Yeah, Havas is not going to get in for the deny, but they are going to push in and stop this. I mean, we have an engagement here. The tower is already down. Our side is going to be found out here by these 2 heroes. He goes down. Shadow Shaman is ended. Puppy has to back himself off. They do get 2 towers, which is great for them, but they do lose Arsart, the support hero, given just more farm to DK, who is now the most farmed hero on the map. What is he buying? So is the Drum of Endurance, and not too much gold after that. Has he bought something on the courier? Looks like that is, he's going for the BKB build. Quarterstaff and Forestaff has not been finished up by someone on LGD's side, but it's being used. Courier's being used, man. Going out to teleports. Was that BKB going up on Sylar instead? Not sure. And Lost. Now, see, this is weird. Vost is up in the top in terms of farm, but I know that there's farm. There's got to be farm somewhere else on the map. It's hard to say who's in the lead right now. I think it's anyone. It's really just anyone's game, so I'm trying to predict too much what is going on. Radiant actually taken the gold graph lead as well as the experience went through. I think that's mainly due to Puppy, who was able to farm up just so much. He hasn't purchased his Vlads yet, although he definitely has enough money to do so. I think he's going for the it looks like for the Necronomicon, most likely. Hasn't decided to go for Roshan just yet. And the Courier just being used a bunch. Mechanism finished up by Light of Heaven. He has that. That's going to be great for their team fight. LGD grouping up in the top, in the bottom lane over here. And going to be looking to try to pressure in this tower. Don't know if they're going to make an engagement. They don't have vision, so they don't know where the rest of Navi is. They're definitely, as you can see, they're playing more defensively than they were last game. Even though they've been taking the team fights, they are playing more cautiously. They don't want to have to lose and give Navi a 50-50 chance of winning. Maybe going into the mid lane. And they're smoked up for this, so they are going to try to get initiation. Zhao is going to be out front. Actually, Nagasaki is going to be out front. Both the stunners are there. A roar onto someone would mean a kill. Who are they going to find? Navi is split up for this. They may find themselves Dendi in here. Dendi, as well as Archside. Maybe they see them. They do see them. They have Forestaff on here. Yao going to pop off. He has that. He has the second level of that. And oh man, Dendi just being melted away. Archside taking a stun as well. Too much lockdown on LGD side. They pick off 2 heroes. Dendi just way too squishy up against this DK. And the lineup that they do have, he doesn't have the farm that he wants. He doesn't have his Forestaff or mobility. So Dendi just kind of being a non-issue in this game. It is really about Havost and Puppy. Puppy now getting his Vlads. Perhaps. Let's see, so they're really going to bank on this. I mean, I don't know. The Havas is just not getting the kills he wants. He does finish up the Vanguard, which is a defensive item. He is worried about the team fight that can come out from LGD, and I think he's on the back foot. If they really wanted him to be a lot more powerful in this game, get more kills than he has, and I think that was a strategy they were going for, but it's just not there for them. The LGD, both teams are just not playing to the strengths that they had anticipated playing with. And it's going to be a game up until the end. Yeah, level 12 actually taking the Elder form of Dragon, not waiting for it. Looks like they really don't want to prioritize towers. They want to prioritize their team fight and group up together and farm like that. Farm heroes. LGD do have the advantage in terms of kills, but they really don't have any advantage beyond that. So I think, yeah, they're not getting the advantage in terms of gold or experience, even though they have the excess of kills, so it's anyone's game, even though LGBT's teamfight has been pretty much unstoppable. Voss needs to catch out a good ultimate combined with a Enigma ultimate. They don't have the Black King bar up on him. They do have the mechanism though, so if they get a Black King bar up on him, they should be a little bit more safer in terms of getting the initiation. And they're both teams grouped up right now, going to look for this tier 1 tower in the top lane. LGD do not want to give it up. Na'Vi want it. And it looks like Na'Vi are going to be backing off. LGD waiting for them. Na'Vi, if they can continue with the split push, perhaps that's the strategy that they're going for. And Juggernaut can actually be a decent split pusher, especially with a Battle Fury if he's going to go for that build. And I know they're going to go for an engagement right now. Sylar going to try to catch out someone, and it looks like they're not going to be able to do it. And if Na'Vi can continue with the split push and make sure that LGD are on the back foot, make sure that they control the movements of LGD, they're going to be able to gain the advantage because the team fight onus is on LGD. I don't think it's so much, it may not be so much on Na'Vi to win the team fights. They do have a pretty strong split pushing lineup. It's only a matter of time before this middle lane has to be defended. The wave is in their favor. The bottom tower, though, is going to have to be defended by Na'Vi soon, as he is pushed in. So time bomb on both sides. I think it is, yeah, it is actually Na'Vi who are going to have to make something happen or TP themselves out. And LGD have done a good job defending this top tower. They're going to have to make an initiation if they want it right now. And if they do catch themselves a black hole, that may spell different things. But both teams are just looking at each other. Here we go. We have lost in the backside over here, trying to get himself in. They're really going to have to make something happen, or else they're going to lose their bottom tower. Maybe they don't care for it. They really want to get this trade, and LGD really want to defend. We have an ultimate. We have a Diabolic Edict stolen by Rubik, and looks like they're trying to wait for the creep wave to push in, try to snipe it off, forcing LGD to come in right now. Now the team fight's going to happen. Yao popping off his ultimate, and perhaps they were just baiting that out and waiting until that ultimate is down, and then going to go for a team fight. But LGD are going to have to back themselves off, and oh no, they're going to catch Puppy, who is out of position right now. That is the end of Puppy. Puppy goes down. That means that Na'Vi is now on the back foot. They do have to teleport themselves out. The engagement does not happen, and they're going to have to go defend their tower on the bottom lane. So yeah, I'm not sure what Puppy was thinking right there. He got caught off. He just went the wrong way and just got sectioned off. That is what LG was able to do, and they're going to actually go push in now that they know that Na'Vi don't have anything they can stop LGD with. With Lycanthrope down, they're going to try to pressure in the tier 2 tower. And may actually be able to get it before within these 8 seconds. It is just melting away. You're going to have the fortification popped off. Lycanthrope is back. Is he going to come in and TP in, or are they going to try to take a team fight right now? We have the illusion now coming up here. It looks like Na'Vi are just going to try to defend against the tier 3 tower. Going to give away their top tier 2 tower, and LGD are going to back off. Just be happy with what they're able to gain from that. A kill, as well as a tower, and some damage to this tier 1 tower on bottom lane. Na'Vi going to group up yet again, try to go for this tier 1 tower. Not going to give up on the thing that the strategy that they're going for. They really want to take something for what they have given, given for this. They know that the Dragon Form count is up in 13 seconds, so Yao's going to be stunned up, and he's going to be able to get himself away. We're looking for a Black Hole. Black Hole catches Yao, but it is canceled off. Oh no, it is canceled off. We have the Juggernaut coming in, dealing a good amount of damage. His ultimate has been dropped down. We have a Roar coming out. Yao is taking a good amount of damage. He may go down to Puppey, and he does finish off. He was trapped in the wards. Puppey is now going to be held down in place. LGD is going to have to LGD are going to have to pop off the Naga Siren ultimate in order to save themselves. The tower goes down. Na'Vi is able to take that team fight. They do kill 3 heroes. They're able to push in, going to get another tier 2 tower. Great plays here from both sides. And this is a back and forth game. Exciting as anything to watch. They're going to get this tier 2 tower. They cannot really do anything without this Dragon Knight. That is their main carry. Even though Sylar is going to try to deal as much damage as they can. She does have her Lincoln Sphere. Sylar does have the Lincoln Spheres finished up. Whew, okay, man. Alright, it is anyone's game. And, we have Puppey. What is he finishing off here with his staff? Looks like he is going for that Necronomicon. Dundee, he's got his Force Staff. That is what he wants. Giving himself the mobility. And we have, what do we have down here? With Havoth, he is looking for that Battle Fury, which is almost just, actually, he has since 1400. So he's a little bit, about 1,000 gold away, I think, from the Battle Fury. And LGD going to push themselves in here. They do have, nope, they don't have Dragon Form. It was used last match. But it was a pretty low cooldown on that, and Rubik gets a killing... Rubik just catches off DDC in the back over here, and that is going to stop LGD from continuing their push. An excellent pick-off there. Na'Vi might have been a little hard-pressed to defend against that one. Quiet. Being here now, he has gotten the recipe for the Necronomicon. He's going to be he's going to need to get a bit more farm before he's able to get that, and it looks like Dragon Knight's farm has fallen off just a bit, fallen behind, and the XP definitely going in favor of the Radiant right now, as well as the gold, both a 5k advantage, and that's really what Na'Vi wants, and they're going to try to press their advantage in terms of map control, not give them map control to LGD. Without the map control, LGD are just definitely on the back foot. They're not sure what to do, and they're not able to dominate. They kind of swim around in lanes. And if Na'Vi win this one, what they are going to have to do is use a successful strategy that they have of just throwing off LGD. If LGD are able to get the control that they want, they have a huge problem coming back from it. As you can see, they're kind of grouped up as 4. Need to get some farm on Dragon Knight, and we may have some action up here. Quiet, Jordy. Quiet. And it looks like Na'Vi are going to back themselves away. They're not going to be able to make an engagement right now. They have 5 grouped up here from LGD. And just going into their jungle, trying to get some farm. A split push is working out. LGD do have a team fight lineup, and Na'Vi have definitely a capable split pushing lineup. It's not quite traditional, but it is going to work. It is actually going to work pretty well for them. It's still quite dangerous if LGD can take a team fight, can break Na'Vi's control. And there's a really, much of this game is about the mental aspect of it. This one in particular, it's because the emotions are pretty high right now. Na'Vi, if they lose this, they're going to go down to the losers bracket. LGD, if they lose this, they're going to break their unwinnable streak, their unbeatable streak. And Yao going to be popped in here with a smoke. Arsai going to be forced himself away. They're going to have to look for him. Ancient Apparition is going to be coming in. They have not finished it. There he goes. He does go down now, but they're going to have to eat an ultimate from Havoth. Was not able to do enough damage because of the mech charge that was popped off. DDC is taking a good amount of damage right now, but the ultimate and Dragon Knight is going to be able to focus down on Dendi. Dendi going to be finished off right now. He goes down. LGD, DDC goes down as well. And what do we got left right now? Na'Vi 2 heroes down. The carries are going to down yet. Puppy is not entered into it. Puppy, oh no, Puppy is going to be finished off. That leaves the 2 carries available still on LGD's side. And it looks like Juggernaut's going to try to take out Dragonite. They are able to get Dragonite, and Sylar's going to have to pop off the ultimate in order to... Actually, they're not going to back themselves away. They're going to try to set up. They haven't ensnared yet again, and Zhao is going to take a good amount of damage here from Havas, and yeah, he goes down, and they aren't able to finish off Havas. LGD is going to be on the back foot right now. AA is back in the game, but Havas is going to try to finish him off. DD taking a lot of damage right now, and he's going to go down. That is the end of him, and Havas is still alive in this match. Sylar is getting away. I don't even know who came out on top of that one. They both lost 3. I don't know if I didn't really hear a buy. Did Arsart have to buy back from that? XP still going in favor of the Radiant. Jeez, I don't know. We still have the top heroes right now in terms of farmer Havast, then Sylar, and then Light of Heaven and Puppy, which is going to be hard for Dragonite to deal with now that he is behind. He's really the main carry in this one. Shouldn't be Sylar. Sylar's got the defensive build with the Lincoln Sphere, and the aggressive build is on Yao with the BKB, and going for the chainmail. That is going to be a little bit extra armor for him, and he's going to look for the Assault Cuirass, but he is quite a decent way away from it. He is level 14 right now, just about level 15, and it is level 16 before he can get his Elder form, which can still be stolen by Dendi. Dendi, I don't think I've seen him been able to steal that ultimate as much as he was later in the last game. Necronomicon level 2 now finished up on Puppy. Once he gets that is, and the Battle Fury is finished off by Havas. That was actually what killed. That is what actually killed Zhao. But it looks like they're going to go for Roshan, and I don't think Navi really figured out what's going on quite yet. Now they do. They know what this is happening, so they're going to have to initiate on this, and they don't have a black hole to do it. Black hole is not up. They don't have their big initiation tool. Naga Siren does have her song up. They're actually just going to try to steal it. They have the... Oh no, Havas is now being caught out right now. They're going to be forced to have himself away. We have a Beastmaster Word popped off. The Shadow Shaman Words are popped down, and the Malefice is being pulled out. The Ultimate is popped out from Havas, and Shackle now on Sylar. Sylar taking a lot of damage. Yao is pretty low on life as well. Yao goes down. Sylar is low on life. Puppy is low on life. Puppy's going to try to get himself away. He's able to do so. They do lose that team fight because they're going to give away Roshan, and they're actually going right back into this. They do really want this. They don't want to give away. Siren now popped off. No, they lose it. The Aegis of the Immortal is taken by Sylar, and they do get away. Oh man, the gold going away. Oh man, LGD. That Song of the Siren just ridiculous. Anyways, Zhao is going to be captured and killed. Navi cannot be happy about that. But they do, actually, Navi do come on top of that, even though the Aegis of the Immortal is up on Sylar. That was really just a defensive play, and that was like a damage control strategy, because Navi, I don't think they lost anyone in that team fight. They're going to win themselves 3 heroes right now. A little bit of miscommunication with that Leshrac stun. Actually, Black Hole going to catch up DDC as well as Sylar. Sylar, are you going to go down? You are going to be going down. Aegis is now burned. Puppy is a lot of life, but actually the mechanism is going to save them, and Sylar's going to be popped off yet again. They do burn the Aegis. Yao's have to be finished off. We have Puppy going to be ensnared up right now. They're going to push in the tower. They're going to be continuing with their push. They have 30 seconds before Leshrac is back up, and Sylar, they don't have the ultimate yet on Light of Heaven, but they're going to be continuing to push in. BKB is up on Light of Heaven, but I don't think he even used it last time. Dendi is going to take a lot of damage right now, but Yao is going to get... Oh, Yao gets a kill, gets the Roar popped off. Sylar taking a lot of damage. Sylar goes down yet again. DD, they have to have a buyback on there, and Yao is taking a lot of damage. He is low on life. On the back foot here, they do get themselves a tower. Sylar is back into the game, taking a little bit of damage right now. Has to back herself off. Pops off her illusions. Those illusions of dispatch. Is looking for a barracks. They really want the barracks. Are they going to be able to get it? Dendi's stealing a split earth, or is that an edict? That is a split earth. They do get the barracks. 1 barracks down for LGD. Navi able to get it, 2 barracks down. That is going to be a problem for LGD, who want to take the team fight, do not want to lose map control. They've lost a severe amount of map control with that, and Navi are not backing away. Rubik gets another kill. Dendi pulls off yet another kill on Ancient Apparition, and LGD are not winning this battle so far. It may be their first loss. I dare to say that they do not have the control that they are used to having. And they do not have the control that their team fight, that their build really anticipated. So what do we have on Dendi? Dendi's got himself a Blink Dagger and Force Staff. That is his core items because he loves being mobile. Puppy has now got still quite a ways away from the Necronomicon unless it is on the Courier, which it seems to be. Necronomicon level 3. Puppy also with a Overcall looking for a Black King bar. Necronomicon level 3 gives him that spawn, which is able to deal 600 damage if it is popped off and killed inside of a team fight. He's gonna back himself out of this. Voss is coming in with the. He's got a Vanguard. He's got 2,800 gold, a Soul Ring, Battle Fury. Hasn't had anything new just yet come out for him. I'm not sure what his next item is going to be. Perhaps it's going to be Agility item. I don't think it's going to be a Manta style. And I don't think he's going to wait. I don't know if he's going to wait for a Butterfly, which is a big item, or a Data. He doesn't need a Daedalus because he's already got a crit ability. And I'm just not sure what to predict on the item for him. Heart would give him much more survivability in terms of team fight, but may not give him the damage that he wants. Could be a lot of things, and he's just actually going to deal damage to the tower, and Sylar's not going to go in. As I said, Sylar doing the defensive builds, the Lincoln Sphere. You have a smoke up here from LGD, trying to catch them off, split them up, and catch them off inside the back. Light of Heaven, click on Light of Heaven, does have the ultimate. I hear War is actually going to catch up Dendi. Dendi goes down. Light of Heaven still with the Black Hole. Black Hole going to be caught up. Yao is going to be in the middle of this. He's going to take a good amount of damage. The wards are popped off from Shadow Shaman, and this Yao is not going to be finished off right now. Beastmaster is killed. Sylar has to pop off the ultimate in order to save themselves from the team fight. They have to back themselves away. I don't think DD is going to be able to get away from this. Puppy going to try. They need to stun up on DDC. They have the Malefice. They do have the Malefice ready. Malefice goes out. DD taking a lot of damage, and he's going to be finished off. Killing spree up on Enigma, and the tower goes down. Wow. Wow, Navi. Oh, I do not want to root for Navi because they were the winners of the last game, but LGD, I did not win this fight. This is their first loss. They are not invincible. Both teams showing, both behemoths showing that they do have weaknesses. We have a Blink Dagger up on Enigma. He's a huge initiation tool right now. Only 2 minutes left before the Black Hole is up, and Navi are going to be able to do this split push thing. And this is also what I said earlier in the match. You feed off your enemy, take out their jungle, force in their lanes. You can force in this top lane. They're only going to get half amount of experience and gold from that one. Eat their jungle up, eat your own jungle up, and you have the advantage in terms of gold, which is now 12k in favor of, and the XP graph is also 25k in favor of the Radiant. And looks like BKB is about 1,000 gold out for Puppy. Voss getting some more farm, has nearly 5,000 gold, so if he wants, can probably build a Butterfly. But he could purchase the Eagle Song now and still have buyback. We weren't going to be able to get the full Butterfly and still have buyback. At least I think. What is buyback? Buyback. Does it tell me? It doesn't tell me what the buyback is on him. Last hit's 175 on him. I don't know if I care about last hits. I care about net worth. That is my preference. Anyways, middle lane is going to be pushed in right now. LGD have to stick inside their base. They don't have the advantage in terms of map control that they're used to having. And what is my dog barking at? Certainly nothing. I have to stop him. Having a dog is hindering my performance as a caster. Anywho's, LGD, looks like Navi have pushed in 2 lanes. They have 1 lane pushed in. The Mega Creeps are pushing down the top lane, and LGD decided to defend against the mid lane right now. They do have to worry about the top lane though. The Creeps are inside the base. Navi backing themselves off. They do have to push in the bottom lane, and it is just about control, keeping LGD in the base while they farm up just a bit more. Oh, we're going for an Abyssal Blade build on the Juggernaut. And he's finished up his Skull Basher.
Is under attack.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the Abyssal Blade and get the stun that they sorely need to deal with. They have Rubik's stun. Actually, they have a lot of stun, but is it really not enough? And a boss still has to chase someone around with it. The Skull Basher build is definitely a good idea because anytime you get hit, if the blade, you actually, when you're in the Blade Fury, your auto attacks still happen. So the Skull Basher will still work and get still have a chance of stunning while inside the Blade Fury, which means that Havas will have less likely that he's going to have to chase down anyone. And I don't know if it's going to activate with Omni Slash or not. But the Abyssal Blade gives him a stun, about 2 seconds I think, and nothing can stop that stun. I'm going to push in the top lane. Sorry, bottom lane. Middle lane is pushed in. Top lane is actually not pushed in, but the Mega Creeps will be able to deal with that. And Puppy, he has a good amount of gold. Does not have buyback though. He does not have buyback at level 17. That is about a minute where he would be down. Not up to a minute and a half yet. Roshan is almost up, and I think that is what Navi are waiting for. If they get the build, if they get Roshan, which they should be able to do with all the map control that they have, they could put that on. Well, they could put that on Puppy. Maybe that's why he doesn't have buyback. They could put that on Puppy. He could get rid of his medallion or TP scroll or something, and yeah, then he wouldn't have to worry about buyback. They're waiting for it. He's just almost up. It looks like LGD are just in the back foot here. We do have a Yasha built up on Sylar, but not quite close yet enough to the Manta style. I have a Ghost Scepter on DDC. Not much else on the rest of the heroes, and DK, where is he? Where is the Dragon Knight? There he is. He hasn't finished up his Soak Heroes yet. He's still a decent ways away from it. So may not have, I don't think he's going to have it for the next team fight. I'm getting a lag, or no, they're just sitting there and waiting for Roshan. Yeah, he's up. Big boy's up, and they're just going to push in the lanes, waiting for, yep, they're just going to try to push in the lanes. Maybe they're going to try to get a kill before they go for Roshan. Nope, they're just going to go for it. There they are. LGD sitting inside the base, grouped up as 5. They do have Black Hole, so they can counter initiate. And it was a bait. It was a bait. They see that LGD is trying to be moving outside the base. No, the LGD is not going to take the bait. Navi thought that they were. LGD is going to go back inside their base. They see that perhaps, yeah, they have to go back and defend. That's going to give the opening that they need to take down Roshan. Roshan could actually fall pretty quickly right now. 2 heroes here out on LGD side. The 2 carries, they want to poise for this. Naga Siren is going to pop it off. Going to pop off the ultimate. If she does it, she's going to do it right as it happens, and oh, they do get it. They pick up Aegis the Immortal. Juggernaut is able to pick it up, so not what I expected to happen. But Juggernaut is able to get it, and the Song of the Siren was just out of the way. So they aren't able to steal the Aegis, and now they have to deal with it. LGD, this may be the final push right now. This may be the first loss for LGD. Our big heroes up from Navi. The wards are popped down. The ultimate is popped out from Dragon Knight. We do have a snare going up on, yeah, a big Black Hole going to catch out 3 heroes. That should be the end of it. You're going to have DK. He's going to just, he's not dead. There he is. Now he's dead. DD goes down. Naga Siren goes down. GG is called out. First end of the LGD. First death. First game that they lose in this tournament. Goes down to Navi. Navi showing that they are still in the game. One more matchup. Let's see what build, what team fight, what strategy both teams are going to pick up. I'm excited for it.